We're on the motorway. It's okay. So I dip my lights. I'm really confused. What just happened? I don't know. Hi, gorgeous. How you doing? In this show, I'm going to be talking about the time I may have been abducted by aliens. Sounds crazy? Yeah, probably is. Stay tuned and find out more. Okay, abducted by aliens, you say. Have you lost your mind? Well, let me tell you a little story. So, it's June. It's 1990 and Prince fandom has pretty much reached its peak. I am a huge Prince fan. Back then, both literally and figuratively. Massive, massive, massive Prince fan. And he's touring the UK, and I have managed to get dates for every single night at Wembley in London. I am crazy excited. However, I can't get time off work because I got no leave left. But that's okay. I can make this work. It's London. It's about 2 to 3 to 4 hours drive. It's quite a drive, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm thinking it'll be a rough week, but I can go to work, leave work straight away, fly down to London, see the concert, woo! Enjoy, turn around straight away, come home, crash, sleep, and then straight back. That's why I was just doing that for I'm back to London. So I'm thinking I can do this. It's only a week. I can knuckle down, I can still go to work, and I can see every night of the tour. It's going to be amazing. What can possibly go wrong? I've done the math, and I can do science. I'm an engineer. I can do maths. And here's what I'm thinking: I've got about 7-8 hours in work, and I can probably trim my breaks and do a little bit flexy for a week. It's about 6 hours of travel, give or take. If I push it and try to avoid all the rush hour traffic, which I should be doing, I can get about 6 hours of sleep in, and that leaves me about 4 hours in London to enjoy the concert. I can do this. The timing will be critical, but I've got this. The week of the show rolls around and I'm off to London. I'm there on time, it's fine, and the show is incredible. I'm having a brilliant time. I'm dancing and I'm singing and I know all the songs. It's wonderful. If you know anything about Prince, you know he brought his A game to every concert. He is amazing. He's on fire, having a great time in the show. Even today, the new tour is legendary. It was a brilliant concert. And it's also a little bit bittersweet for the fans. It's the last time most of the controversy band would ever play together. A lot of changes had come. Prince was right about, this was just about the time he was going to be becoming a symbol. There was a lot of Prince going on right now, so this is a great time to go and see a Prince concert. However, as amazing as the concert is, I've made a mistake in my calculations of the time. It's taking me too long to get out of the concert. It's nearly 2 hours after the show before I can get to my car. Then I've got the long drive home. I get home, I'm getting about 4 hours sleep, then I'm in work. Oh, okay, that's okay. Next night, now I'll leave a little bit earlier. This will be fine. Second night, go to the concert. Yes, it's a slightly different set. Again, Prince is famous for making up the set on the fly. He'll change the songs. It's brilliant. There's another encore, and I don't want to. I know I should leave at this point because I'm now running into my traveling time. I don't. I stay for the encore, and it's amazing. There are bootlegs made of this encore. It is freaking incredible. So I'm glad I stayed. However, I'm now getting to the car way later than planned. I'm getting home even later, and I'm getting tired. I only managed to get about 3 hours sleep on this second night. Oh boy. Okay, third day rolls around. I'm fine, I'm in work, I'm tired, I get to London, I'm thinking this is rough, but the concert's incredible. But I make myself leave early, and it kind of works, okay? Third night, I leave early, I beat most of the crowds, I'm in the car on time. This is fine, I'm gonna get home, I'm gonna get a good night's sleep. Except all that tiredness has now caught up with me, and I'm doing that, I can't sleep, I'm driving, trying to keep my eyes open, thinking this is dangerous. I'm winding the window down, I'm trying to sing loud, I'm doing everything I can to try and stay awake at this point. I can see it's time. I need to pull over here. I'm really struggling. So I get to the first services, Reading. I stop. I have a drink. I have something to keep me awake. I get some snacks. I'm like, okay, I've got this. I can power through this. I get back in the car. Driving again. I got some snacks, some snacking. But within about 20 minutes, I'm already getting overcome with tiredness. I'm now aware of the fact that I'm not really safe driving anymore. It's time to pull over, and I'm just going to have to sleep and then go straight to work. So in the morning, I'll just sleep in the car as best as I can and go straight to work. I'll miss bed and changing. I'm going to have a bit of a funk, but it's all right. That's what I got to do. I'm waiting for the next services. I can see the miles ticking down to the next motorway services. I've still got 120 odd miles to go here before I'm home. It's a long journey ahead of me, but it's only about 20 miles to the next services, 18 miles, and I'm like, I'm so desperately tired. I feel ill. How I managed to pull it together here. And I can just see this mile marker getting a little bit closer to the services. It's agony. 10 miles to go to the services. I'm almost there. I can do this. And then suddenly I realize I've left my high beam on. I'm like, oh shit, sorry. oh crap, and there's a lorry with its high beam on coming the other way. We're on the motorway, it's okay. So I dip my lights. I'm really confused. What just happened? I don't know what just happened. I'm really freaked out for a second because I'm just like, I don't quite know how I left my headlights on. I'm really startled by the other headlights of this lorry. The high beam, of the headlights. So I dip them and think, oh crap, right. A bit flustered. Services, pulling off at the services. Looking for the sign. I see a blue sign coming up. It'll show me how far away the services are. But it doesn't. The sign doesn't have the services on it. Instead, what it says is Swansea, 10 miles. Seconds ago, I was pulling off at the services, which are in 10 miles. Swansea at this point was 120 miles away. Suddenly Swansea is 10 miles away. I have no idea what has just happened. I'm suddenly kind of more awake and I'm like, oh, I look at the clock. 2.5 hours have gone. I have no idea what's just happened to me. I have gone from being at roughly near Reading, waiting for the next services with 130 miles to go, to being 10 miles from home, confused. I'm delighted to suddenly be home, but I have no idea what has just happened to me. And I'm kind of feeling suddenly very nauseous. I pull over to the hard shoulder. I'm ill. Okay, we get back in the car and I make my way home. I've decided, well, I'm just going to go home now and sleep. I don't know what's going on. Because I was going to do that anyway, but if you remember, I was going to sleep in the car over the services, but now I'm home. And I go to bed and I wake up the following day feeling really out of sorts. I cannot explain what has just happened. Where have those 2.5, 3 hours gone? How have I got no memory of driving home whatsoever? Back then, there used to be a toll booth on one of the big on the Severn Bridge. How did I get through the toll booth and have no memory of stopping to pay the toll? It's not an automatic toll. It's a thing you got to give money to. What has happened? I'm confused. I have no idea to this day what happened. There are some possibilities here. The first one, which I found out in a documentary sometime later, was that with extreme sleep deprivation, we do this thing called sleepwalking. It's known as sleepwalking, and you can drive, you can visit friends, you can talk on the phone, but you're actually asleep. And this can happen at times of extreme tiredness or sleep deprivation. That must have been what happened. I was on semi-autopilot, enough to drive and presumably pay the toll at the services. I didn't crash through a barrier or anything. That must have been it. But then you get the other theory, which I've been told many, many, many times. There are several details of my story which are exactly the same as people who've been abducted by aliens. So that must be it. Right? No. To be clear, I don't believe it was aliens, but a lot of people read my story and believe, oh, it must have been aliens. I think I just fell asleep and something weird happened in my brain and I've got no memory of driving home whatsoever. I sleep drove. But it could have been aliens. Thank you so much for watching. What do you think happened? I would love to know. As always, leave your comments in the comment section below. Popping up over there is the last show I put out, and below that is the one YouTube thinks you should watch next. As always, if you like my content and you want to be kept informed and see more of my stuff, hit that subscribe button and hit that alarm bell. Thank you so much for watching. I shall see you in the very next show. Bye!